Hey, what's up, Lions fans? It's your boy King, man. I got so much I want to talk to you guys about. CJ Gardner-Johnson being a lightning rod out there, plus J-Mo having some issues, a couple of scuffles going on. Defense versus offensive line was absolutely amazing. So much information. Let's dig in. All right, Lions fans. So let's dig in, man. Hey, wasn't able to go physically yesterday. It was my anniversary, so I just want to say thank you to everybody. You guys were amazing on social media with the blessing of me and my wife's 13th year of marriage. Man, it was absolutely amazing day for me and her yesterday, and I totally enjoyed that. But with that said, I was not able to physically go to training camp. But I spent a lot of last night and a lot of time today gathering as much information as possible. Watching the video clips that's available online, but at the same time, listening to other creators give their aspect of what they've seen, especially a really close reference for me and my brother Willie and DSN. They showed face at training camp yesterday. Shout out to all the fellas, man. That were in attendance yesterday. So I got a very descriptive description of practice. So first and foremost, let's clear the elephant in the room. J-Mo. I've always felt like this fan base has been a little bit too harsh when it comes to J-Mo. J-Mo doesn't do the best job of not creating that, but we all know fan bases take things a little too far. They overblow things. They act very unrealistic. You know what I'm saying? So with this situation, listen, this is nothing. This was nothing at all. It's nothing to see here. This happens all the time at training camp. Hey, if you don't believe me, you can take your time, scroll, go back and look at some of my previous coverages of training camp. I'm guarantee you each year there's at least one video where I'm mentioning someone was in the scuffle. That happens all the time at practice, period. So this is nothing new. Me being a person that's been around football players, that's played sports himself, this happens. And for me, actually, it's exciting. I want to see the passion. I want to see the frustration. I want to see these guys push each other to the limit to make them better. Because right now is where you get the first edge of going into this season and being successful out there and being better than everybody else. So we all know that iron sharpens iron, right? And that's what I want to see. So it wasn't just J-Mo yesterday that was having some issues. It's the receiving core in general, man. Some drop passes. Even our golden child, Amon-Ra St. Brown, man, dropped a pass here and there. It's practice, man. Guys are going after it. We've seen plenty of video clips of a rookie and Brian Branch breaking up passes. You know what I'm saying? These guys, listen, that's carrying me on to, Gardner-Johnson, man. Like, dude, this dude is like a lightning rod. He's a ball of lightning, bro. He's everything that we needed on this defense. He was a man amongst boys yesterday. The production out there just from the defense period was absolutely amazing, man. Even Rodrigo was throwing his head in there, you know what I'm saying? So our secondary is going to be absolutely nasty. Very, very, very nasty. I cannot wait to partake August 3rd and August 5th if I can get the tickets, right? Right now, I currently don't have the tickets, but I'm working on those just like I did the other day for August 3rd and August 5th. Fortunately, those are both my off days. So I'm definitely trying to get there. Let's just say that. But with that said, I'm definitely looking forward to it, man. You know, these guys put pads on. It's just a whole different ball game out there. It gets real. And we're right there at that spot where things are going to pick up. So, when you look at some of the battles that's going on out there, Aaron Glenn said something very important in his press conference where a lot of us fans and media personalities, we look a little bit too much into where guys are playing and think that's where they're going to end up when it's it can't be farther from the truth. Me personally, I know that just from the experience of covering the training camp every year, whether it be the Dan Campbell era, or even the Matt Patricia era, still same thing. You don't see guys do different things out there. They just want to take a look. You know what I'm saying? So don't put too much into that. And let's not put too much into these practices. Let's be a little realistic here. It's not, it's not game day. Guy drop a pass here and there in practice. It ain't the end of the world. You know what I'm saying? We ain't slandering our guys out here. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that matters is on game day, when it counts, that's when you need to catch that ball. So, let's just be a little bit more realistic and let's calm it down a little bit when it comes to critiquing what some of these guys are doing. I know it's excitement. I know all the energy that the fans have, but we got to be realistic at the same time. So another battle, man, the trenches. Oh, man. A lot of people haven't been really talking about some of the things that went on, when it comes to the trenches. One of the things is my guy, got put in the dirt yesterday. And, it's not just yesterday, but Taylor Decker has been nasty, apparently, in training camp so far. So Taylor Decker put Hutchinson in the dirt. You can scour and try to find it on social media, but nobody ain't really been talking about it that much. But the trenches, man, just been nasty. Them guys been going at it. You got a lot of beef in them trenches now. You got 4 guys that's 300 plus pounds that's just big and meaty and ready to go at them O linemen, to stop the run game and everything else. But at the same time, you got some studs on the edge. And, our offensive line, they not having it. So even though the offense didn't look the greatest yesterday, you're going to have those moments in training camp, right? You're going to have the back and forth. One day the defense is not going to look the greatest, but one day the offense is not going to look the greatest. That's what you're seeing right now. You expect it to seesaw when you have a pretty good balance of power, when it comes to both sides of the football, which is something that we have now. We all know it was mostly offense heavy last season, but now the defense, it's a different ball game. So you're going to see that teetering back and forth between the two groups, and that's exactly what you want to see. That's what you should be excited about as a Detroit Lions fan. But to hear those battles, man, about those dudes, man, it just gets your juices flowing, right? You know what I'm saying? Everything starts from the trenches. I've been saying that to you guys for years. It starts from the trenches, and everything behind it is successful because of that. You don't have a successful quarterback without an offensive line, Matthew Stafford. You don't have a successful secondary without a solid defensive line in front of you, man. We've seen guys like Diggs and Slay and several guys suffer simply because they didn't have that nastiness up in front of them, man. So being put out on an island for several seconds out there as a secondary player is not the funnest thing. You talk to somebody who used to play free safety. It's not fun. You know what I'm saying? So the last thing you want to do is give quarterbacks time. And that's one thing that we are fortunate enough to do for this quarterback that we have now. Is which leads to why I have so many high expectations for Jared Goff. Be it that we have multiple offensive players that can be productive for us now. The O-line at the end of the day is the biggest wild card, and I expect us to have a top 3. I did say that, a top 3 offensive line this upcoming season. Man, we got some a little bit more depth now. But I expect these guys to come in and hopefully we stay healthy enough. We did lose a little bit of blocking today. We lost tight end Zylstra. Not today, but it happened the other day. But we lose Zylstra, and we'll see what the Lions do with that situation. But as far as the offensive line, I just want guys to stay healthy. So far, it's been good. Just Penei Sewell with a concussion protocol situation. So you got to have that. Those trenches make everybody better. makes that second and that third level on the defensive side much, much better. And those guys are already talented. So it's going to be fun. It's definitely going to be fun. I cannot wait to get to my next training camp so I can really sit myself and pay attention to details. There's certain guys that I want to, pay attention to, like Levi Onwuzurike, Vaitai, some of the names that a lot of fans ain't looking for. I want to be able to give some type of reference to those guys and tell you what they look like out there. So you heard Aaron Glenn speak on them a little bit. These guys, when they're coming from injuries, man, it's not easy to get yourself back into that groove. Part of the reason why I think J-Mo may have had a little bit of a struggle, guys have been going. You've kind of been, just skipping around the field, running some sprints and everything. But now when the live action on the day that we have the longest practice so far this camp, man, I kind of expect them to have a little struggle, some rookie moments, it's gonna be some welcome to the NFL moments out there, right? So all of those things are good. Like I said, I'm definitely trying to get tickets for August 3rd and August 5th. So if anyone has extra tickets or know of anybody who has extra tickets, make sure you guys reach out to me on social media, whether it's Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram. You guys can follow all the links to those at the beginning of the video. You'll see that. So, with that said, man, it's all good news. It's all great to hear. We'll keep our eyes on this thing, man, and hopefully we can get out of training camp fairly healthy and get ready for game 1 of the season. Man, I got so much to say about that alone, but that's for another video. In my next video, I will be talking about the In the Den episode that was released on YouTube. Never really got a chance to share my thoughts. It was released five days ago, so that video will be coming up very, 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 very soon. I wanted to speak about that draft process. It highlighted all the draft process on the Detroit Lions end as far as Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell, but at the same time, the experience for those young players who were drafted to this team. So very informational video. If you haven't went and seen it yet on YouTube, you need to go and click on that and take your time and really watch and listen to what's being said in that video and pay attention to, especially what Brad Holmes is doing. So we'll talk about that in the next video, but I appreciate, each and every one of you guys for stopping by and checking me out today. And with that said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.